is getting the joy of seeing the recording. Hello, everybody. Oh my God, welcome to day 2 of the Unshakable Confident Entrepreneur. I'm super excited to have you guys live here, or if you're watching the replay, let me know. Drop in the comments below #replay so that I know you guys are there, so that I know you guys are watching. All right, so first of all, either if you are watching the replay or if you are here with me today, let me know where are you tuning in from today, because we have new faces here today. So let me know in the chat box, where are you tuning in from? I would love to know. Las Vegas, oh yeah, still in Las Vegas, nice. I love Vegas. Oh, it's warm there, it's hot. And Natalie is probably tuning in from Stuttgart, I am assuming. Yes. Beautiful. So we have USA, we have Europe, and I'm in Canada, but born and raised in Germany, but currently in Canada, where it is very cold. I'm pretty sure it's much warmer in Las Vegas. When I'm looking outside, I can see a lot of snow. Anyways, let us first of all get a little bit into the excitement of today's training. Type a yes for me into the chat if you would like today to clear out the biggest block that is holding you back right now in this moment in your business to show up consistently. Are you ready to clear out that shit? Yes. Beautiful. All right. Love that. Type a yes if you'd like to realize, yes, beautiful Natalie. Type a yes into the chat box if you'd love to realize how valuable your work is and you are ready to finally get compensated for that. Julia, yes, that's what I want. Absolutely. Yes, Julie. Yep, we are here for that, right? Absolutely. I'm sure Natalie is too. And also type a yes into the chat box if you'd love to learn to present your offer so confidently that you turn your audience into hell yes paying clients. Let me know if that is for you. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, amazing. Let me, first of all, share my screen. Okay, and today I'm going to do a better job here. Okay. But I want you guys to see my face. Let's see, yesterday. All right, I'll just put it over here. You guys are not on camera anyways. So, all right, so as I said, I'm super excited to have you guys here. We're here in this 3-day journey to smash your self-doubts, to smash imposter syndrome, so that you can present your offer with so much confidence that you turn your audience into hell yes paying clients. And actually, to get started, I have something fun for you guys. Something fun I want to share with you. You actually have the opportunity to win a 60-minute private session with me. Oh, and before we go further into details, let me know maybe in the chat real quickly, can you read my PowerPoint presentation? I hope there's enough. If not, let me zoom in a little bit more, but just confirm with me if you can read it on your screen. Just let me know in the chat real quickly. Okay, you got to zoom in. Okay, let me do a little bit. Let me zoom a little bit more. I hope this should be better now. Okay, I zoomed in. All right, cool. Awesome. All right, so as I said, also I introduced that fun surprise yesterday. You can actually win a 60-minute private session with me, which is valued at $300. And in that session, we can really clear out the biggest fear, the biggest block you're experiencing right now that is holding you back from showing up consistently in your business. And so that you actually start to believe in yourself again, so that you can value your service, your product again, and so that you can attract hell yes paying clients who are absolutely ready and willing to invest in you. So that's something we would work on in that private 60-minute session with me. And to participate in the raffle is actually pretty easy. You would go to my Instagram profile or my Facebook profile, that works too, and find the post here to the left. I made a screenshot of that. Find that post, like and save it, obviously. Follow my account if you haven't done that. Send me a Facebook friend request if we're not friended, but I feel like I'm with most of you. Share this post in your stories and tag me in it, please. And so that I know you're participating. And then also I would love for you, if you can add just a short sentence, what you've learned from the event today, or if there's something specific you really liked, and encouraging people why it would be a great opportunity for them to watch this too. Okay, and yeah, and you can share as often as you want. Each time you get basically another voice in the raffle. Okay, beautiful. All right, so now let me tell you today, why is it worth it, your time? I guess like in the end you are deciding, but why, what can I promise you, what I can give to you today in this training, in day 2 of the Unshakable Confident Entrepreneur? What can I promise you? Because I know we're all super busy, and I really appreciate you making the time, like, to go through those 3 days. Like today we're at day 2, and I know how busy we are, and so I'm really grateful that you're here taking the time. So let me explain you what I can give to you in that next hour. All right, I can definitely promise you that you are going to pick up the tools today that will allow you to release the biggest fear you have around your business, and then keeps you stuck in procrastination, so that you can start to show up consistently. You will definitely pick up the tool to release that fear. I can also promise you that you're going to pick up the tools that will allow you to go deep into your subconscious mind, so that you can find that unshakable belief in yourself again, so that you can find the trust in yourself again, that will allow you to speak about your offer with so much confidence that you can attract dream clients. Excuse me. And I can also promise you that you're going to pick up the tools and learn why fear is actually a good sign, and how you can use it as an advantage for yourself. Let me know in the chat, how does that sound for you? Does that sound exciting? Leave a comment if that sounds exciting for you too, whenever you're watching the replay. Exciting. Yes, Julie. Nice. Beautiful. Hope Natalie is excited too. Okay, yes, sounds good for Natalie. Cool, super cool. So, and when also you, like, when you're watching the replay, let me know anytime, drop your questions below. All right, so first of all, because there are also a few people in this challenge, or in this 3-day free event, who haven't met me before, or we haven't talked in a lot of details. So I really wanted to share my why with you guys. So why the heck am I doing this? Why am I even a coach? Where am I coming from, basically, so you can get to know me a little bit better. Julie says, I still have to watch the replay from yesterday. Yes, absolutely. No worries. Like, you can totally go back, and it's not like today is not, how do I say it, dependent if you watched yesterday or not. So that's absolutely fine. And today we're also going to do a process, which is super exciting. So you definitely came live for the right time. Okay, so let me explain who's Sarah? Who's this girl sitting in front of this camera and talking all of that? And why is she doing coaching and hypnosis? And why am I so compassionate about it? Okay, so if you were me 2.5 years ago, you would have found yourself hustling and working a lot. You would have found yourself with the first attempt as an entrepreneur. You would have find yourself trying to set up your first online shop. You would have found yourself at the same time working a 9 to 5, and on the weekend you would have worked in a bar until like 4 a.m. in the morning. You would have basically put all your heart, all your soul into that online shop. You would come home after 9 to 5, then you would sit down on your desk, and then you would continue to work until 12 a.m. and the cycle would continue and continue. And at that time, when I was investing, honestly, a lot of money. I took all my savings, I invested it into a website, I invested it into products, I invested it into, it was at that time, my ex-boyfriend and I, but like mainly the investments came from my end. So I would take all the money, I would invest it in Facebook ads, I would invest it into marketing courses, learning about online shops. Like, you would have found yourself feeling very burned out. And at the same time, you would have constantly these thoughts in your head. Well, can I really make a living out of that? Can I really do this? Like, how can I improve my website? Is this price too much? Can I really charge that price for my products? You would have invested a lot of money to get this thing going. And at the same time, you would have felt yourself like that all the hard work you're doing, all the money you're investing is basically going nowhere. Like, at that time, we barely made any sales. As I said, I felt super burned out. I had basically no energy left because, I was working 7 days a week. And honestly, I felt like the joy of my life had completely gone. And then even the few sales we made, I remember we made maybe I think we sold like 6 products. Half of them we sold to family. And even then, when we would sell a product, like the amount of money we made were that low that it almost didn't make a difference. So we would sell at such a low price point because we were so scared that other people, that people would simply not buy from us. So we're trying to put down the price as low as it could get, as we could basically. As I said, I was trying all kinds of marketing strategies, running around, nothing seemed to help. And if you would have been me at that time, you would have found yourself on a day in winter. And I was sitting there again, trying to find a solution, trying to escape the 9 to 5 hamster wheel. And I would scroll through these Facebook groups. And then all of a sudden, I found a woman, one of my mentors. Her name is Abby Levine. And I found her, and she was talking there and holding a masterclass about money mindset. And she would also talk about the energy of money, and that it's really important to learn how you speak about money and how you treat money. And at that time, I was already introduced to hypnosis. I already had my very first hypnosis like a half year ago, with one of my best friends, which was the most wonderful experience I had because in that moment when I had that hypnosis, like I could really, really come back to myself. I had like this coming home moment. It felt like I would have reconnected with parts of myself that I completely forgotten for over years. So I was definitely introduced to the idea of hypnosis, and I was absolutely a fan of it, but I hadn't done like a real deep dive into it. I didn't really know what it could actually do for me. I felt like it was something powerful, but I didn't know in what manner. So anyways, so I was sitting there scrolling in that Facebook group, and then like by accident joined that masterclass. And so I was listening to the hypnosis she was about to do, where I would meet money, and all of a sudden, like I received this information about money and what it actually would need from me in order to be more present in my life. And I found that super interesting. So I continued with a few free resources she had at that time. So I continued with that. And it was all about working around receiving, learning how to value yourself again, and how to create wealth and abundance in your life. So I was doing a free resource of hers, and all of a sudden, I received a super random payment I didn't see coming at all. There was the message. It just like dropped into my bank account. And I was like, oh my God, is this shit actually working? It's like, because I'm working with my mind, there's all of a sudden money coming into my account. What the hell is that? So I got, of course, super curious. I signed up with her program, which was all about learning how to value yourself, to receive, and to learn how to be open for abundance. And honestly, as I started to take this deep dive, which is actually also all about working on your limiting beliefs, working on trauma from the past that would block you from wealth and abundance. As I started to take a deep dive in that subconscious mind, to work with the subconscious mind, like the true magic honestly happened. So like after 1 or 2 months, the random payments kept coming in, like from like payments from insurances or unexpected how do I say it, like taxes I would have paid, and they all of a sudden, like I did not even got I didn't know, right? So they just kept coming. I remember I actually won a virtual retreat at that time. I've never won anything before in my entire life. I remember job opportunities will basically fall into my lap. And last but not least, I was able to triple my income during the pandemic. When the pandemic, I'm pretty sure we all still remember, when during that time, actually, like people got fired left, right, and center, and I actually tripled my income. And not just that, I actually felt so much more content with my life. I started to feel lighter. I started to feel happier. Like I could see new ways, new opportunities coming for me. And I started to really, really believe in myself again, in my success, and that I can actually create a life that is for me, and to create a life that makes me happy. So, and I would just not create more abundance, or I would just not have more money coming in. The most amazing thing that actually happened was that I actually found my true calling. I found my purpose, which actually has been something that already has been inside of me, which is actually helping people. And I realized like how important it is for me to support people, to help them to create a life they love, to help them to create a business that is sustainable, to create a business where they are attracting clients consistently, where they feel good about themselves, where they know, oh my gosh, yeah, what I have to offer is so valuable. I can charge whatever the fuck I want because there is not enough money out in this world to actually pay me. So I got super passionate about that. And that's why I'm here today, because I've seen what a crazy change it happened. Also, like when I just like look, and I'm of course like I'm a coach, I'm like still doing also hypnosis, I'm continuing to work on myself. And up until today, like also like when I look especially on this year has been absolutely insane. I feel like so much abundance came my way, and that's why I know I'm not an exception. I'm not an exception. I'm not out of the ordinary. You can create the exact same thing. And that's what I stand for. And that's why I'm here today. Exactly. So I felt called to share this so that you actually can get to know me a little bit better. All right. So now, give me 1 second. Okay. I have like a little heater behind me and this thing is burning a little bit too much. Okay. So now let's move forward. We already, oh, okay, I guess I have to zoom out a little bit. Otherwise, I can't read this. Okay. So yesterday, we already talked about, I already shared with you guys the 4 ingredients I found out over time as I've been working with entrepreneurs like you. The 4 ingredients we all need, or these entrepreneurs need, in order to create that unshakable confidence that is going to help you to present your offer in a way that turns your audience into hell yes paying clients. Excuse me. Okay. Number 1, you have to get into action. You need to learn how to overcome procrastination or perfectionism. Get out of the hustle mode, get into the right action, and show up consistently. Second, internalize your self-worth and learn to set the right price. Learn to set the right price that you are energetically able to receive and that people can feel, yes, I believe her. She knows, like she is able to let herself getting paid that much. And of course, learning how to raise that energetic container over time. And third, learn to present your offer confidently. Let's erase all the self-doubts you are having. And then fourth one, which is also a really important one, having a support system, having someone on your side that actually allows these entrepreneurs to overcome their blocks, their fears, their limiting beliefs, and having someone on their side who helps them to create 1, 2, 3. Yes, Julie, I have no support system. Exactly. And the beautiful thing is that's why we are here. That's why I'm running these kind of challenges, these kind of free events, that you first of all know what you need. And second of all, I can give you that support system that you are looking for. I will talk more about what kind of support system I can offer to you at the end. Okay. Yesterday, we already talked about internalizing your self-worth and setting the right price. Today, we are focusing on get into action and show up consistently. Okay. I'm still recovering a little bit. That's fine though. All right. Okay. Let's take a deeper look into ingredient 1. Get into action. Get into action. And show up consistently. Okay. So first of all, why do we have a tendency to procrastinate? Or trying to make things perfect, right? There is no such thing as being perfect. So why do we either procrastinate or trying to make things perfect? And for that, let me create a scenario, or let me ask you, have you ever thought to yourself, well, today I'm going to show up. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to write that post, or I'm going to write that offer. I'm going to promote my offer. I'm going to talk about my product. And then you put it on your to-do list. And you said, let's say you set aside like 2 hours or something, 1 or 2 hours, and it's on your to-do list, and you actually sit down on your desk. But then all of a sudden you get distracted. Let's say you walk into your room and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, actually, I should clean. So you start cleaning your room. Then you walk into the kitchen. Actually, this needs some cleaning too. Let me clean a little bit here too. Then you end up in the bathroom. You clean up there too. And all of a sudden, the day goes by and you haven't done the post, you haven't worked on your website, you haven't done, let's say, a video you wanted to record. Or let's say, for example, you actually wanted to sit down, you actually wanted to do a live on Instagram, or you wanted to reach out to different podcasts where you can talk to them, right? So that you get in front of a new audience. But then all of a sudden you realize, oh shit, I actually need to get groceries. Let me get some groceries. And then you come back, oh, actually now I have to cook. Actually, let me call my friend. We haven't talked in a long time, just a quick call. And all of a sudden the day is over and you're like, fuck, what did I do? I haven't done anything. And it is very interesting. Or let's have an example for trying to make things perfect if you're more that kind of person. Let's say also like same situation, you want to write a post and you're sitting down and then all of a sudden you feel like, oh, this is not good how I'm writing this. Let me check out other people's posts. Let me check out other people's accounts so I can read their posts. I can see what they're writing. And then you keep scrolling, you keep reading, you keep rewriting, and you keep find other ideas and other inspirations. And the same thing here. All of a sudden you find yourself, oh my gosh, actually, this is not good what I'm doing. Let's just postpone it for the next day. Let's not do this today, right? So now the question is, what is the reason for us procrastinating or not continuing to do that? It's actually a very interesting psychological reason for that. So first of all, the reason for procrastination or perfectionism are your fears and your limiting beliefs. What has that to do with a psychological reason? So fear is actually being triggered when you are about to do something new. So fear just comes in when homeostasis kicks in. Homeostasis means that your brain has one job, that everything stays the same. So homeostasis basically means that your brain wants to make sure things are not changing. Your brain feels safe in the things or in the surrounding, in the behaviors, in the things you're doing that is familiar to the brain. That feels safe to the brain. Even though if what you're doing or the behaviors you're having might not support you in moving forward, let's say in signing clients, right? Like if you can continue to procrastinate, like how the fuck will people buy your products or sign up with you if they don't even know you have stuff, right? Like if they don't even know about your offer. But your brain wants to hold on to the things that are familiar to you because that is labeled as safe. But the problem is when everything stays the same, if you continue not to show up, if you continue to undercharge, if you continue to overgive, things are not going to change. Your situation is going to be still feeling overworked, feeling burned out, not making the money you want, not having the clients you want, right? So now when you are trying to move out of that comfort zone, let's say to show up consistently, to put up posts about your offer, to, let's say, if you're doing something offline, if you're trying to go on a stage and let's say you want to become a speaker or something, right? A motivational speaker. If you're trying to do new things, fear is being triggered and is alarming. Oh my God, there's a change. This is something we don't know. This is dangerous. When it actually is something that absolutely needs to happen in order for you to create the change. Let me know, does that make sense so far? In the chat or in the comments. If you are watching the replay, let me know if this makes sense to you. Natalie says, yes. Okay, makes sense so far. Okay, good. Beautiful. Yes, my fear is rejection. Yes, Julie, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. I feel you. So many no's. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally relate. That fear is absolutely real for the brain. It means like your brain perceives it as real danger, when actually fear can be used also in a different way. Okay, let me go to the next. Hold on. Let me move here. Okay. So now the most common fears I've found in entrepreneurs like you, and you may want to write them down because then you can actually work on them and clear them one after the other. So the most common fears I find, or I found, is the fear of failure. I feel like a lot of us have that. The fear of judgment of others, which is kind of similar to the fear of rejection. The fear of getting kicked out of the tribe, or the fear of being alone is kind of like similar. And the fear of being myself. These are the main fears I found in entrepreneurs like you that are actually leading to procrastination or to perfectionism and holding us back to move forward in our business. And I guess it makes sense, right? Like just the fear of judgment of others, just when thinking about it, right? Like if you would sit down then and you actually, oh yeah, just let me write this. Let me just put this out there. And then you're sitting down and you want to write it, but then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, but what others are going to think? And then you find yourself just throwing this through other posts, like, okay, like how are they going, like how are they writing this? And you're trying to make it kind of like in their style. Oh, then you just like think to yourself, oh yeah, this is stupid. Like, what are my friends are going to think of me? Let me just not do it. This is still too crazy. Like, what if they're going to judge me, right? Yes, I have them all. Julie says, yeah, absolutely. I can 100% relate. And these fears, I had to work through them too, and they're still, right? Healing happens in layers. They're still showing up sometimes, but that's why we're here for. That's why we're here to break through them. Okay, so now the question is, okay, fear is there, and fear is also not going to go anywhere. But how can you actually use fear, right? Why is fear actually a good sign? And you might also want to write this down. So fear tells you that you are about to move out of your comfort zone. And that is the only place where change and growth can happen. I read it to you one more time. Why fear is actually a good sign. It tells you that you are about to move out of your comfort zone. And that is the only place where change and growth can happen, because homeostasis is being triggered. Otherwise, there wouldn't be fear. Okay. So that is actually the trick, to see fear as something that gives you actually a clue that you are doing something right, because otherwise fear wouldn't be there. But when you are overcoming fear, you're actually moving into a zone where change is happening, where, let's say, you start to show up consistently, and where people are actually having the chance to reach out to you and to actually buy from you, because they know that, because they now finally know what you have to offer. Okay, so actually you can use fear as a very good sign that you are on the right track, and then it is up to you to learn to move through that fear and to learn to face the fear and to do it anyways. And that's what we are going to do a process about in a second. All right, so now let's find your personal biggest fear you have right now that holds you back in your business. Okay. So either you can find these fears by either finishing the sentence. I would be already further along in my business, but I would be already further along in my business, but, and then like yesterday, you would then just write down, but I'm afraid to fail, but I'm afraid of other people's opinion. Like, you would list your fears down, okay? You can also, because right now we are focusing on fears, you could also finish the sentence, I would be showing up consistently, but I'm afraid to, and then you finish the sentence and list it. Okay. So now you can either share your fears or the beliefs that are coming up in the chat with me, or please share, like, if you would love to, I would love to know them, share it with me in the comments. That would be amazing. And now we are, I'll give you a second here. Since I'm not 100% sure which ones are coming up for you, I'm going to read the most common ones I just talked about right now. I'm going to talk about the most common ones, and I'm just going to read them. And then you can actually rate them on a scale from 0 to 10, so that we can pick the one that feels the most present, the one that is the strongest. And so we can clear that out today. Okay. I would be further along, except people hate me. Oh yeah, this is a deep one. Absolutely. I'm going to read now the fears, like the 4 fears, and you can rate them, and so you can see which one is the most important one, since we're going to focus now on clearing the fear. Okay. You're going to rate them on a scale from 0 to 10. 0, this is not true at all. 10, this is a fact. Okay. And I'm going to make this sound. And just simply go with the first number that comes to mind. Just go with the first number that comes to mind. Let me know in the chat which number comes up, or drop it in the comments. Okay, so I'm going to read this out loud for you. I'm afraid of failing. First number that comes to mind. 0, this is not true at all. 10, this is a fact. I'm afraid of failing. First number that comes to mind. Write it down. Maybe I should give a second for you guys to write it down. I'm afraid of the judgment of others. First number that comes to mind. And Natalie can share that with us too. Yes, 10, 10. Okay. And I would also recommend you to put it in like just a piece of paper or your phone, so you have these numbers. Okay. Next one. I'm afraid of being alone. First number. I'm afraid of being alone. First number, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. . That's a 5 for Natalie. Okay, very good. So fear of judgment was stronger. Okay, for Julie, this one is very high. And then I'm afraid of being myself. First number that comes to mind. First number. Okay, beautiful. For Julie, that is none. Let's see, what is that for Natalie? 3. Okay, beautiful. So now we have the strongest ones for you. So for here, for these beauties that are here, for Julie, the fear of getting kicked out of the tribe is the strongest one. So you would choose that to work on that one. And for Natalie, I believe when you wrote a 10, this was the fear of judgment for others, I believe. Let me just write it down. And Julie. Yeah, okay. And Julie was the fear of getting kicked out of the tribe. Okay. What's to say? Yeah, exactly, Natalie. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Yep, very good. Okay, so now, so when you're watching also the replay, so now you want to focus on the one that had the strongest agreement, basically the one where you felt like, oh my gosh, 100%, that is 100% me. I'm absolutely afraid of that. And Julian says, not so much getting kicked out of the tribe, is that I would love to have a tribe in the first place. Okay, so it's more, so it's more the fear of not having your people, basically, or the fear of being alone. Okay, so alone, yes. Okay, beautiful. So you can work on that one. I'm afraid to be alone. Yeah, I'm afraid to not have my people, or like to have people around me. Okay, beautiful. Then that is going to be yours. Okay. Now it is time to relax, because we're going to go into our process. You both know the fears you're working on. For Julie is afraid of being alone, and for Natalie it's the fear of judgment. Okay, all right, get comfortable wherever you are. Okay, take a deep breath through your nose and release. Get comfortable on your couch or chair. Now find a point on the ceiling as high as you can look, but without lifting your chin. So we're not closing our eyes yet. Look up, find a point at the ceiling as high as your eyes can look. And as you stare at that point, notice everything about it. Notice the shape. Notice the color. Notice if you can see anything else in your periphery. Notice any sounds. And as you continue to stare at that spot, feel how your breath becomes deeper and deeper as you continue to stare at that spot. Is there a specific smell? Or do you notice any feelings about it? Is there anything else you can feel? Continue to stare at that spot. And notice that your breathing begins to get deeper and deeper. And maybe your eyelids are getting heavier and heavier as you continue to stare at that spot. You might notice a feeling of heaviness in your eyelids. You might notice you have a tendency to blink even more. Your eyes may begin to glaze over or even water as you breathe deeper and deeper. And at any time when it feels most comfortable for you, allow your eyes to close. Deeper. Sinking deeper and deeper into peace, calm, and relaxation. Now. And in a moment, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths. You're going to take one for the body, one for the mind, and one for the spirit. So let's start with the very first one. Take a deep breath in your nose. Make it deeper and deeper. All the way into the belly. And then release anything which is not longer serving you right now. And make the second breath even deeper than the first one. Take it in for your mind. Deeper and deeper, breathe into your mind, and then let everything go. Everything which is no longer serving you. Beautiful. And then take a third breath in for your spirit. Make it the deepest breath you've taken in all day. Breathe deeper and deeper, peace, calmness, and relaxation. Deeper, 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 and release everything that is not longer serving you. Beautiful. Deeper. Sinking deeper into peace, calm, and relaxation. Now. And now, in a few moments, I'm going to count you down from 5 to 0. And with each step, you will find yourself sinking deeper and deeper into calmness, stillness, and relaxation. We're going to start at 5. Letting go. 4. Relaxing even more. 3. Sinking deeper and deeper. 2. Letting everything go. 1, relaxing even more. And 0 is deeper, deeper into peace, calm, and relaxation. Now. And now, in a moment, find yourself or feel yourself sitting in a car. You're driving down a road, and this might be a bumpy road. Maybe a road like in between mountains. And you're sitting there and you feel like, oh my God, we're going a little bit left. Oh, we're going a little bit right. It doesn't feel very safe. It feels unstable. It feels shaky. There's like this fear inside you. Oh my God, what if we're like bumping in the mountain, or what if we're going down the cliff? But you're kind of like trying to hold on to that wheel. And you're driving down that road. And then you're actually looking down at yourself. And then you're realizing, oh my God, it's not even me who's driving. It's actually the little fearful me. It's the little you that is afraid of the judgment of others. It's afraid to fail. Is afraid to speak up. It's the one that is being afraid to be alone. You feel how that fearful you is trying to hold the car on the road. And as you're realizing, the little 3-year-old you is driving, you're like, oh my God, we have to stop the car. So you stop the car. You take her or him out of the car. You put her on the ground and you tell her or him, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you were driving. I didn't realize you took over the steering wheel. I didn't realize you would actually climb into the driver's seat. You cannot drive. You're too small. There's way too much laying on your shoulders. Like, how would you drive a car? You don't even know how. That's too much responsibility for a 3-year-old. I'm so sorry that I let you drive. Give her a big, big hug. Now put her in the back seat. Open up the door. And then on the back seat, find, like a seat that's actually safe for her or for him. Put her in there. Strap her in safely. Maybe give her a comfy pillow, maybe a nice blanket. Give her her favorite beverage. Maybe she wants an iced tea or hot chocolate, Coca-Cola, whatever she needs, or whatever he needs. Give it to her. And maybe you are even going to turn on the TV Or give her your phone so she can play a little bit with that. And see how she feels so much better and so much more comfortable in the back seat where it's actually safe, where she belongs, right? And ask her what else does she needs from you. Maybe she wants to have her teddy bear to have company. Maybe she wants a friend sitting with her in the back seat, holding her hand. Maybe she wants her friend who accepts her exactly who she is. Give her whatever she needs to feel comfortable and to relax. And then put yourself back into the driver's seat and start driving again. And as you look to the right, you actually have a navigation system there. It looks like Google Maps, but it actually is your personal Google Maps. It is your intuition. And intuition gives you one step at a time. And you follow it. And yeah, sure, sometimes you couldn't hear it clearly. Sometimes you're going to miss an exit, right? And maybe these are the moments where the little fearful you is like, oh my God, we are going the wrong way. I'm scared. Oh my God, let me go back to the driver's seat. Let me take over here. But also here. Stop the car, put her back, give her whatever she needs in order to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel heard, to feel accepted. And then you can start driving again. And let her know, of course, sometimes you will make mistakes, but you always got this. You're always making sure you're coming back. You're always making sure to take care of her. And feel how you're putting yourself back into the leadership of your own life as you are driving down the road. How you are taking over the steering wheel. And how the fear of others' judgment or the fear of being alone goes into the background because you know you got this, you have yourself. You know you are, that people will accept you for who you are. And you can surround yourself with the right ones. And that you are in charge of your life. And as you continue to drive down the road, zoom out a little bit. And as you're zooming out, you actually can even see that the whole car is surrounded by your team, by angels that are actually making sure that you are staying on the right lane, that you are being protected. They're with you on your side, no matter what you're saying or doing. They're holding you, giving you all the love and acceptance you need. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out. Beautiful. Locking that into place, deep into the mind. so that you have that when you need it. Remember that you can put yourself back anytime when fears are showing up. Locking that into place at 0, which is deep sleep. 1, take in a nice deep cleansing breath. 2, reconnect with your body. 3, feel amazing, feel good about yourself. 4, start to wiggle your toes and hands. And 5, eyes open, wide awake and alert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake and alert. Let me know when you are back in the chat or in the comments. Let me know when you are back. Let me know. Beautiful. Julie is back. How was that for you, Julie? How are you feeling? And let me know, Natalie, when you're back too. Yes, Natalie is back too. How are you feeling, Natalie? Tired. Yes, hypnosis can be intense, and I know it's already 10 p.m. in Germany, right? Okay. Let me know if this gave you a little bit of a lighter feeling. Now, what you can do is you can write whatever the fear is you've worked on, whatever the little fearful you represented for you. You can rate it again on a scale from 0 to 10. 0, this is not true at all. 10, this is a fact. And see for how much it has been reduced. So for Natalie, it would be, I'm afraid of the judgment of others. First number that comes to mind. You can so you can read it out to yourself again. I'm afraid of judgment from 0 to 10. You had a 10 earlier, and then you can let me know what number comes up now. 0, this is not true at all. 10, this is a fact. I'm afraid of judgment. First number that comes to mind. First number. And then, let's see, what is Julie saying? I was having a hard time focusing on the little girl because I was driving down the Pacific Coast Highway thinking about stopping at a beach party I saw on the side of the road. That's actually pretty fun. That's pretty wild. Absolutely. You can totally, like for next time, you can put aside thoughts like that. Or like in that case, you can always also stop by that party, enjoy a little bit the party, and then come back to the process. That is also absolutely possible. But if we're having distracting thoughts, like usually like a technique I'm using is like putting those thoughts on a cloud and then like sending it away one after the other until I feel more cleared. Like in a nutshell, basically. There's a little bit more to that, but yeah, we don't have time for all of this today. But yeah, so what you can also do is then hang out at the party and then come back to a little girl. So also for you, Julia, you can rate your fear again on a scale from 0 to, you can again rate your fear on a scale from 0 to 10. I'm afraid to be alone. first number that comes to mind. And if you guys feel comfortable, absolutely share it with me in the chat. I was wondering because I was really distracting after the party. I didn't feel alone. Yes, I love that. I mean, and I know like Julie has done a few sessions with Abby and other people. So for you, it's also like whatever your mind brings to you, trust it, that that is exactly what you need today. And clearly, maybe that was the thing. Your brain is like, okay, in order to not feel alone, let's just put her on a party. And now, as you said, after the party, I didn't feel alone anymore. So yes, that is super exciting. It's actually pretty dope that you just like going with that, right? Like me as a coach, like I always like I bring the frame, but then you can do your own thing, right? I'm like holding the space, you are doing your own thing. And when you, because your brain knows exactly what you need in order to heal and release. And if a party was exactly what you needed for the little girl to feel surrounded, and you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling alone anymore. This is exciting. So yeah, very good job, Julie. I love that actually. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with me. And as I said, Natalie, Julie, let me know in the chat, like how are you rating your fear now? Has it reduced on a scale from 0 to 10? Let me know. Like for Julie, it already said, I didn't feel alone after the party. Super cool. And also for you, Julie, like you can use this as a place to come back. You can use it as a place where you, when it comes up again, like you can go back to these kind of pictures. Julie says, yes, it has reduced. Yes, amazing. Super, super cool. And as I said, I love how intuitively you just went with what was coming up. That is exactly what this is about, right? Like I'm giving you the platform, but you run on your own, right? Like this is absolutely exactly what is the most fun about running hypnosis, doing hypnosis, because the brain knows exactly what it needs. So that is super exciting. Super fun. Okay, cool. All right. So for everyone else who is watching the replay, please let me know in the comments below, how much has your fear reduced? Let me know. I would love to hear how much has your fear reduced on a scale from 0 to 10. All right. Let's continue. I wanted you to meet Anne. We talked about her already a little bit yesterday. But so I shared with you yesterday that when I met Anne, she was absolutely super scared of starting her business. She was so scared to just even talk about the idea with her family or with friends. She just knew inside her she had this calling to do something new, this calling to experience her spiritual gifts and to work with them. And but she was so afraid to even step up, to even talk. Sorry, my cat just broke in and wants my attention now. This is not the time now. But yeah, so actually we started to work with her fears. We started to work on her fears. Like I I put her through the exact same process as this. And after we worked on releasing her fears and her limiting beliefs, and after I showed her a few other tools on how to really talk to that inner fearful version of her, to that inner fearful voice, and how to like set it aside and to find out, okay, what does the fear need from her? She was able to really overcome all these fears, and she really started to take action in her business. She started to post about her office. She started to sign up for certificates. She started to put her office together. And like she basically started to show up in her business like she never did. She would post constantly about it. She would put offers together, and yeah, and up until this point she held over 40 group healing sessions. She had multiple clients. She held over 13 personalized healing sessions, and now she's also starting to integrate intuitive coaching sessions. So, which is super, super exciting. So she got more and more confident about her skills, and now is actually creating like her own craft, like her own style of coaching and healing. And I remember in one of our sessions, she actually said, when I look back a few months from now, and where I was at, my focus has completely shifted. I'm now focused on the growth of my business and fulfilling my calling, and I'm taking consistent action. And my cat wants attention, but no, this is not the time. But yeah, you can see like how working with the subconscious mind really, really makes a huge change over time. Actually, like more like 4 times faster than any talking therapy you can take. Journal prompts, affirmation, you need a deep inner process to create these kind of results. Okay, Natalie, let me just take a look. I think it also reduced, but I can't rate the number. I had problems on focusing on the little girl. Okay, love, that is no problem. So for next time, yeah, when distracting thoughts are coming, it's also a little bit of a practice, but when distracting thoughts are coming, there are like a lot of tools and techniques you can learn to put aside the thoughts and then like come back to the process. As I said, like one of them is putting your thought on a cloud and then sending it away into the distance until the picture is clear, basically. Okay, let me go back to okay, yeah. So here I'm just sharing like all of her consistent actions she's taking, like she's like always sending me her reports basically, and like how she is putting in the time for studying. She's now like recording videos and showing up, posting offers, and also she feels super comfortable now and confidently about her own healing journey to share it with the outside world. And she feels confidently now that she's also going to do coaching soon. So that is super exciting. Super grateful to work with her. She's come a long way. Like, as I said, like I remember, oh my God, like when she came to me, especially the fear of shining too brightly or the fear of not being accepted was a huge one. And now to see her now like showing up so confidently and taking on one-on-one clients easy, effortlessly, and doing group healing sessions is absolutely amazing to see. All right, so let me do a little bit of a recap before we go any further in this. So let me just summarize what you've learned so far today. You definitely learned the root cause for procrastination and perfectionism and how to overcome that. You've learned what homeostasis is and that your brain is only trying to protect you. You've learned how you can handle your fear and how you can put it back, like how you can put fear back and put yourself into the driver's seat again. You've learned why fear is actually a good sign and how you can use it for your advantage. Okay. As I said yesterday, these 4 ingredients are actually part of my much bigger program. Of course, like in 3 days, we can just work through a specific portion. But these ingredients, these steps are part of my 3-month one-on-one coaching program. It's called the Abundant and Confident Soulpreneur. I've been running it for definitely quite a few times now, and it's been really, really successful. So, so in this program, you actually learn how to show up consistently on social media. Sorry, this was so that you can finally see your service and product, like that your audience can finally see and know about your product. It's about releasing the root cause of procrastination and perfectionism and to overcome self-sabotaging behavior. You learn in that program to honor your energy and time and to finally get compensated for the hard work you're doing. You learn to erase your self-doubts and your imposter syndrome, that you can talk about your offer confidently so that you can attract dream clients into your world. And you learn to open up for financial abundance and raise your sense of self-worth, that you can actually set the right price and actually get paid consistently. So now, let me tell you, who is this program actually for? So this program is for you if you are an entrepreneur who already has a business, or if you are someone who wants to start one and you have a passion and there's something you're absolutely excited about, but you feel like somehow you cannot move beyond a certain point. This is for you if you want to believe in your skills again, so that you can talk about them so confidently, let's say on a sales call, that people are getting actually excited to work with you. It is for you if you want to get in consistent action, let's say consistent social media action, or let's say showing up in your business consistently, whatever the business is, even if it's offline, right? One of my clients, she's also doing pet sitting, for example. And let's say if you want to know always the exact steps you have to take in order to attract your next clients, you would learn that too. And this program is also for you if you love to see, or if you want to see how valuable your gifts and products are, and send out that energy so that people are actually willing to pay you no matter what you're asking, because you absolutely know how valuable it is what you have to offer. Okay. And if you have any questions around that, drop it in the chat, in the comments, as always, right? All right, so let's see if this is for you or if this is not for you. So this program is not for you if you are not ready to do the work, if you are not ready to do the deep inner work and go to the root causes of behaviors and fears, and to replace them with self-empowering belief systems and other behaviors that are actually supporting you. This is also not for you if you are just looking for a quick fix and not a long-term solution. And it is also not for you if you're looking for someone to mommy you, and if you don't want to be responsible for your own work and results. I'm going to share a little bit more about it tomorrow too, but now you already have an idea. And I'm going to open up 3 spots for that private 3-month coaching container. Once these spots are gone, I have no idea when there will ever be the chance to have that private access to me, simply because I'm going to pivot a little bit things, maybe changing to group programs. But for right now, I have 3 spots, and as I said, when they're taken away, I don't know when there will be the next opportunity to work in such a private manner with me. And on top of that, I actually have a super fun bonus for you. If you get into action until the upcoming Saturday, you actually get 500%, 500 US dollars off the original price for the whole package if you're taking action until Saturday. All right, so let me know if this sounds interesting for you. You can either reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, email. If you have my number, you can also text me, or you can drop a heart into the comments, into the chat, and I'm happy to reach out to you to share more information with you, and you can take a look if that is for you or if that is not for you. All right, that is the end of day 2. Let me know how you liked it. Do you have any questions? Who is live with me? Is there anything left? Anything you want to share, to ask? And if not, and I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for your time. As I said, I really appreciate it. You're taking the time being here. Jill said was good. Have to head out. See you tomorrow. Yes, absolutely, Julie. Amazing. Thank you so much for your feedback. Sending you lots of love. I'm excited for tomorrow, and yeah, see you tomorrow on day 3. Bye, everyone.